symmetrical and vermiform. Number 2, body has more than 2 cell layers, tissues, and organs. Number 3, body cavity is a true column, often divided by internal septa. And number 4, body possesses a through gut with mouth and anus. The amazing world of annelids has a description of the words I'm going to say. The Annelida are a medium-sized phylum of more than 9,000 species of worms. Most species prefer aquatic environments, but there are also a number of well-known terrestrial species. Only a few species of annelids are commonly known to human beings. These include the delightful rain, poor earthworms that work so hard to make our soils healthy, the ragworms and lugworms used by marine fishermen, and the much more smaller tubifex or redworms used by aquarists to feed their fish. The distribution and populations of most annelids is not well known. However, the 2000 IUCN Red List includes 2 species under its critically endangered category. Number 1, Misonerilia prospera. Number 2, Phalodrillius macmasterae. And 4 species in its vulnerable category. Number 1, Trillalurius americanus, which is known as the English name of Washington giant earthworm. Number 2, the Oregon giant earthworm. It has the scientific name of Trillalurius macophrexi. Number 3, the earthworm, which is commonly known of most people know about worms, the Camariciona etoni. And lastly, the giant dipstand earthworm, Megascolites australis. 8. The classification of the Annelida of all living things it is under revision by experts, and the current beliefs of scientists are only theories, not facts. Different schemes may be put forward as we acquire more knowledge. However, the scheme I have laid out below, which comes from annelids by R. Phillips Dills and the invertebrates by Barnes, Callow, and Olive, represents a general consensus of opinion and will be satisfactory for anyone that actually studying the annelid but the taxonomy and the classification. Despite the amazing and delicate beauty of polychaetes such as the fanworms and the huge, really beyond estimation economic debt owed by mankind to the oligochaete earthworms for their work in soil creation and maintenance, many people still fail to appreciate their true wonder and beauty. The earthworms, of which there are many species, are exceedingly important in soil creation, particularly in temperate areas. Without them, agriculture, perhaps the whole of human society, as we know it, would never have evolved. Like so much of the unnoticed invertebrate world, earthworms are essential to our very existence. One of the strangest ways that humans relate to annelids is in the hobby of worm charming. This involves enticing earthworms from their holes. Originally, it was a means of acquiring worms for bait, but nowadays it is a sport. As we move on, annelids range in size from the giant earthworms, of which Microctos rapi is the largest. This magnificent animal has an average length of 1.36 meters, or it could be known as 54 inches, and a record-breaking specimen has been recorded that measured 6.7 meters. In length, it was 2 centimeters in diameter. Larger worms have been reported but not scientifically proven. The smallest annelid known to science is Chaetogaster anandali, which is full-grown at 0.5 millimeters. Annelids have 2 main modes of existence. They either live rather quietly in holes or they more active lives. The basic annelid body plan is one of a head followed by a long thin body of numerous similar segments, ending in a small tail. The head consists of a mouth prostomium and sometimes a peristomium, and the tail is more correctly called apygidum, as it is not really a tail. Annelids are columnate animals, meaning they have a true column within their body. They have sets shortly attached to each body segment, and this can be simple and small as in the earthworms, or complex and varied as in many polychaetes. The world record, as far as I know, is held by Tom Shaffelbottom, who some 511 worms from their underground hideouts from an area of 3 square meters in only 30 minutes. During the 1980 annual Worm Shark Championships held in Cheshire, UK, the rules specify that the worms must be brought to the surface without using refreshment, stimulation, drugs, or digging. Tom used a method called twanging, which involves sticking a 4-pronged pitchfork to the ground and twanging. As what I said lately, that about the annelids, it has the earthworms of the head is often reduced, difficult to distinguish in the whole living species, but maybe is easily recognized with the eyes and other